But before we do all of that, we always shout, Hache to the east. Tache is what we call the sweat lodge. It means among the old people or among the grandfathers. I know that other tribes in that also refer to their sweat lodge sometimes as grandfather and other names. But among our people, the Dene, we call it Tache, among the grandfathers. So when you prepare a sweat lodge, you heat up the rocks and put a blanket over the entryway or skin or a rug or something to contain the heat. After the sweat lodge and the interior gets hot and everybody gets ready to go in. Like, we do not ever mix gender in the sweat lodge. When men want to use the sweat lodge, they do it as a group. And when women want to do that sweat lodge, they do it as a group. When we conduct a ceremony that requires a sweat lodge, we make sure that we construct a male sweat lodge that is to be used for ceremonial purposes for a woman, and then for a man, we make sure that the structure we make is a female sweat lodge for a ceremony that is to be done for a man. So we always have to be aware of male and female in every area of the ceremonies that we do. The men use the female sweat lodge and the women use the male sweat lodge, but they never ever have gender in the same sweat lodge at any time, not ever. And it is that for men, we have a little preparation of that because male has to take consideration. And I've had people like Jewish people, when I explain how we prepare to do the sweat lodge without pulling any punches, they understood what I mean. And so if any of you are listening, men have a different way to prepare to enter the sweat lodge. But before we do all of that, we always shout, Hache to the east, and then we say Hache to the south, and then we shout the same shout to the west, and then finally the final shout we say Hache to the north. Actually, we yell it really loud, and that's to invite the old people and the holy people to come and be in with us inside the sweat lodge. And inside the sweat lodge, we sing 4 songs. And when everybody is in there and everyone is nude, and we sit and sing songs, and we discuss various ceremonies and that, and various ceremonial songs as well, and we learn and we talk about things that cannot be discussed outside of the sweat lodge or outside of a ceremonial setting. So it is a very sacred place. We are told that that was the first structure that was made when our people came from the previous world into this world, was that sacred structure of a sweat lodge or tache.